let's see. Today was a doozy. There was quite a bit happening today, at least for us in America. Oh, I heard a lot of people talking about the election, and a lot of people who said they didn't want to vote for either candidate or that they didn't have a solid idea of like why they did or didn't want to vote for a candidate. Um, and I like to stay generally up to date with everything going on. Hey, we got a few people. Wow, we got two people in the chat already. I just started talking about the fact that it's election day. So, yeah, I voted, but I'm not gonna go around talking about who I voted for. Just that I was confident in my vote, and I hope that the right thing for this country gets done and happens. But yeah, tell me if you guys voted. It's okay if you didn't. Um, for me, I felt like I should vote because, well, because I care about the specific candidates and everything and the things that they stand for, and I had a general idea of what I wanted to see happen. But in general, I think I wanted to vote because if I don't vote, then I feel like if I don't vote, then I'm not allowed to complain about the outcome because if let's say I didn't vote and the candidate I didn't want got elected, I don't feel like I can complain about the outcome for the next 4 years if I didn't vote because I didn't exercise my right to vote. Um, so I could have made a difference, but I didn't, right? So I always vote. I always vote. I always try to do research on the people. Just kind of remember what's important to you. Uh, I saw somebody in the chat said they're too young to vote. Um, totally fine. Enjoy it. Enjoy the youth while and you don't have to worry about voting. But that is my opening statement, and now we have some time to answer some free advice questions. It was kind of fun. The first free advice video I did was a neat Q&A, mostly with Detective Green, who is here in the chat. So thank you for being here again, and hello. You are I forcing to walk to Fry's? You have to walk to Fry's to go get groceries or something. RT Terosis. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry. You should definitely let me know how to pronounce your name. But yeah, you said that you're too young. Well, Detective Green, stay safe as you're walking to Fry's. It's good to get some exercise in. I'm landing my new job here in my new place of living, and it is like a 2-minute drive away from my house and about like a 10-15 minute walk. So I think I'm just going to be walking to and from work every day once I get that going. It's funny because last time you were on the stream, Detective Green, we were talking about advice on how to get a job and job searching and stuff. Bro, just call me Ryan. All right, bro. I got you, Ryan. Well, Ryan is in the chat. Ryan was here last video as well, so thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We got, let's see. I'm exploring the settings because I haven't looked at everything that's available to me. All of the tools. Let's see, what's this? Oh yeah, we don't need that. Odd advice questions. Yes, please. Would love some odd advice questions. Oh, okay. What is the best way to survive high school? All right. The best way to survive high school is enjoying it, which sounds weird, but it's possible. I would say enjoy your time. Don't spend your whole time wishing you weren't there. Because if you spend your whole time wishing you aren't where you currently are, then that's how your whole life is going to go. It's not, oh, I'll be happier once I'm out of high school. It's, let me find how to enjoy where I am right now. And then when the next chapter of my life comes along, I'll try to enjoy that chapter, right? Because if you're sitting there being like, oh, I hate high school, it's fun to joke about. But if you're genuinely just like waiting for the next thing to come around in your life, you will always be disappointed. So find pleasure in wherever you currently are. So if you're in high school, find the fun things about high school. Enjoy your time in high school because you'll get to the point, believe it or not, you'll get to the point where you miss it. Yeah, because that's where I am. I kind of miss high school just a little bit. um, so I would say enjoy it. The best way to survive high school is to just enjoy it. And it can be hard sometimes. It's not going to be easy, but it's kind of preparing you for everything else that'll ever happen in your life. So I mean, once you think I'll be happy once I get to college, and then you're just miserable in college, and you're like, oh, I'll be happy once I find a girlfriend, and then if you're not happy with yourself, then why would you be happy with yourself when you have a girlfriend? It just doesn't make sense, right? So you have to be happy with yourself now, whatever you're in, whatever stage of life you're in, and that's how you enjoy. That's how you survive. It's more than just survive. That's how you live. So I miss it. I'm still technically in high school. I just don't go to my actual school temporarily. Oh, so you got like a mini COVID happening? Sorry, I thought that was funnier in my head. Um, or so are you doing like a Zoom classes or something like that, virtual online? Um, yeah, it's possible to miss school. There were a couple of times because I going to school in Arizona, we had year-round school. So summer break was shorter, but winter and winter, and fall breaks were all longer. And so it would get to the point where I'm like, man, I miss my friends. Kind of want to go back. But I enjoyed school. I was in drama and choir and band and orchestra and art. And so yeah, there was when I was on break, I was looking forward to returning to those classes specifically. The other classes, who cares? Detective Green is back. Yes, he's back. Your sister was forcing you to sing. What was your sister forcing you to sing? Actually, it's really different because I'm a... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have much advice on that. But, what was your... Detective Green, what was your sister forcing you to sing? I'm kind of interested. Sweater weather. Is that a Taylor Swift song or a Christmas song? Because I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. It's funny because I just did a whole 12-hour live stream listening to just Taylor Swift, all of her songs. It was not the smartest thing I've ever done. No, I don't know. I don't know what Sweater Weather is from. It sounds like either a Taylor Swift song or a Christmas song, but... Boy. I've been doing these streams at nighttime, or in the evening. I mean, the first one is like morning time in the middle of the day, but yesterday and today it's been in the evening time. So last time, no, I don't know Sweater Weather. Maybe, okay, if I probably the chat can't believe that I don't know the song Sweater Weather. If I heard it playing, then I would probably be like, oh yeah, I've heard this song before. Like I recognize it, but I don't know. It's from The Neighborhood. Is that a band? The Neighborhood? I don't know what that is. I live in a neighborhood. I don't know what that is. I know what the word is, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just uncultured. Can't be done. But apparently both the people in chat know what sweater weather is. So we are nearing sweater weather. We're in sweater weather, depending on where you are. Oh my gosh, we got another person in chat. It's another friend, Annika. Hello, welcome to the stream. This is where we're doing free advice and apparently bashing on James because he doesn't know the song Sweater Weather. I don't know where that's from. I don't think I've heard of it. But again, if I heard it. I live in a volcano. Solid, Ryan, solid. I'm interested. How is it like living in a volcano? And is there any advice you need from me there? Because the most advice I can give you, I learned from the final Lord of the Rings movie, which is just don't lose your jewelry in there. That's it. And if you do drop your jewelry, don't go diving in after it. Oi, it's good to have everybody here in the chat for the stream. We've been streaming for 10 minutes already? That is crazy. That's insane. Just because I'm just talking a constant stream of words, and it does not feel like it's been 10 minutes. Maybe like 2. It's basically Arizona just in a mountain. Well, I have experience in Arizona. Arizona has mountains, but you're saying Arizona in a mountain. And I can imagine that because lava and Arizona are right next to each other on the heat scale. Pretty sure sweater weather is known on the internet as the bisect anthem. That's pretty much all I know. Okay, well, I don't know it. Okay, Detective Green, hear you out. A game stream for me? A game stream for me to do? I could. We've done live game nights before, but I didn't know what I was doing back then. There's this magical thing called experience that you have to gain over time. A game stream could be cool, though. I wouldn't know how to do it. I'd have to look it up. But I'm learning a bunch of new things every day, every day that I'm on YouTube. In fact, just today, I learned a life hack because I try to upload shorts daily, and I try to upload shorts daily, and sometimes I don't have enough time to make a brand new video. So today I learned, oh my gosh, I could just clip some of my long form videos and just make highlight shorts out of that. I was like, whoa, that's freaking awesome. So yeah, I just came up with that today. I'm surprised I haven't used that trick earlier. Again, today's video only got like 9 views, so I don't know if that necessarily works. Minecraft. Ryan says Minecraft for a gaming stream. Yes, that could be fun. I do have access to Minecraft right now, and I think I have a pretty cool world that we could do. I want to eventually have a server. That would be cool. I would need people, like I would need some staff members from my Discord community to help out with that, some friends and stuff. By the way, for anybody here who is not on my Discord, right now in the chat, I know 2 of you are. But if you're not on the Discord community, you should definitely join that. The link is in the description of this video, and it is also on my main channel page. Okay, Detective Green asked for advice dealing with annoying siblings. See, it's a good question. And I have 4 younger siblings. But I don't know how to answer that off the bat because I'm the annoying one. Just because I'm loud and I talk a lot and I sing a lot and they're like, dude, shut up. Now, I would say if a sibling is annoying you, it's more often than not because they want your attention. It's because they look up to you in some way, or they wish that you would spend time with them, and them being nice doesn't get your attention, so they annoy you to get their attention. Usually the way to get them to stop being annoying is, Annika said, be annoying back. Well, I mean, that is one way to do it. I personally kill them with kindness. I have a great relationship with all my siblings, and I know not everybody has that, but my personal advice would be just to take some time to do something with them. You might find that you're having fun and that it's not annoying. I've always been the cousin. I've been the older cousin on both sides of my family. I'm the 3rd oldest cousin on both sides of my family, my dad's side and my mom's side. And I have a bajillion younger cousins on both sides. And I've always been the older cousin known for playing with my younger cousins and like hanging out with them. Maybe that's just me. I like kids, but yeah, but I got a brother who's a demon, Detective Green says. Well, in that case, I would probably look into an exorcist, but that's just me. I don't got siblings, so I gotta make friends mad. I understand that, yes. And it's so true. Annoying your friends is like some of the best friendships ever, because then they're like sibling relationships. It's great. You're a better sibling than me. I love them all, I promise. I know you love all your siblings. I was in Gathering Cousins once, and we were watching a scary movie. All the older cousins. It was like a family reunion, and we were all in this giant Airbnb. And all the older cousins, which was about, it was high school and older. So it was 2 or 3 years ago. And all the older cousins, we were watching a scary movie all together. And my little sister Rachel came up, and I was like, "Oh, what are you doing over here?" And she said, "Oh, I just wanted to come see you, tell you good night." I was like, "Oh, thanks." So I gave her a hug and a kiss on the forehead. And I looked at my water cup. I'm like, oh, it's empty. And she was like, oh, do you want me to go fill it for you? I was like, oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Rachel. I'll give her another hug and a kiss. She went off and filled my water. And next to me was one of my cousins. We'll call her Stacy. We'll call her Stacy. And Stacy looked between me and my little sister, and she was like, what the heck? How? I was like, how what? And she was like, how? My little sister would never do something like that for me. And then again, I would never do something like that for her. It's like, you guys are so nice to each other. And I was like, well, yeah, she's my sister. I don't know what else to tell you. But I mean, Stacy and her sister have a decent relationship. I've recently been able to visit with them, and that was really nice. Today I was trolling. Ryan is saying, speaking of cousins, I miss my cousin Ryan. So shout out to Ryan. Ryan says, today I was trolling someone who pretended to be a gangster. I locked my car and told him, hold on, my chat disappeared. Chat, come back. I was trolling someone who pretended to be a gangster. I locked my car and told him I was taking him to Harrisburg. Harrisburg? What's in Harrisburg? There's like an amusement park or something. I want to go to Harrisburg. Oh, Harrisburg sounds fun. Any other pieces of advice you guys want to hear from me in the chat? I am here to give all the advice I possibly can. We're 15 minutes, a little more than 15 minutes into the stream. So we can be halfway done or a quarter of the way done. Depends on how much traction we get. I missed the James and Ryan podcast, Annika says. Yes, it only lasted one episode. And we were planning a second one. But, yeah. It was kind of sad that we didn't get to keep doing that. Maybe we will one day. We were thinking of doing like a virtual, like over video call, like a virtual podcast kind of a thing, which is how most podcasts, not most, but like it's how a lot of podcasts usually happen. So Detective Green is asking for the best advice to play Among Us. Ooh, I am very passionate about this, and so is Bradley Richards. And I'll bet you anything that I could beat Bradley Richards in an Among Us game. I'll have to meet him in heaven and try to play Among Us with him, but it will happen. The I can't talk. The matchup of the century, the matchup of the millennium, the matchup of all time. It really would be, of all eternity. It'd be amazing. It's funny though, my Playing Among Us Until I Die series, I think I did 4 parts to that series. And the fourth game that I did, I was with Bradley, and it was the first game that I died. So, I mean, Bradley wasn't the one that killed me. I don't think so. I'd have to go back and watch the video. Somebody go back and watch that video and remind me how I died, because I don't remember. But Bradley Richards was there, and it was pretty sweet. My best advice to play Among Us, though, is to record yourself when you're a crewmate, and then record yourself when you're an imposter, and see how you act differently. And the best thing you can do, it was so short live episode, but you got ejected as an imposter. That's what I thought. I'm pretty sure that's how I died. Yeah. But my best piece of advice is to act the same when you're a crewmate and when you're an imposter. There's not one specific way to act, but especially if you're playing with friends, they know how you act when you're guilty versus when you're innocent. So for me, I talk and I deduce and I point blame. And so I do that as both crewmate and imposter, and I try to act the same either way. Doesn't always work, but that's my first piece of advice, is like study yourself and find out how you act when you lie and how you act when you're telling the truth, and find a balance in between them and act like that all the time. I mean, when you're playing the game. Second piece of advice, Detective Green, you need help with rhyming? I can help you with that. Ryan also said he misses Brad, and I miss Brad. I miss Brad a lot too. Yeah, I can absolutely help with rhyming. I'm decent at rhyming. Actually, Annika, who's in the chat right now, is also fantastic at rhyming. Let's see. Another good piece of Among Us advice I have is that if somebody is blaming you, if somebody saw you, if somebody has dirt on you, and they're like, "Oh, that person's the imposter," a lot of times you'll think, oh, my only strategy here is to say, no, they're the imposter. Then it becomes a he said, she said situation, and you get a 50% chance of living. The thing is that it from there, we have a fourth person in the chat. It's Bliss. Wow, 75% of the people watching this video are on the Discord community. How awesome is that? Welcome, Bliss. Thank you. Submit any free advice questions you want. 50% chance of living in Among Us if one person calls you out as the imposter and you shift the blame to them and say, no, they're the imposter, because people might vote for you or they might vote for them. Even if you're super persuasive and convincing, it almost always comes down to the crewmate who's accusing you saying, if it's not me, like kick me out, and if it's not me, then vote him, and you will always lose. So what you need to do is come up with something, anything else, then no, they're imposter. Try to play it like it's a fluke of the system, or they missaw something, or that you saw something different, but not that they died. So, like, for example, somebody was like, oh my gosh, I saw James go into the vent. He's the imposter. And I was like, bro, I was over, and I'll like mention that I was walking past another area, and I'll name another player, and I'm like, they saw me go over there. And that person, like, they saw a lot of people going over there. So they're like, I think so. And you have something. And then I'll say, there is a shapeshifter role. And they're like, oh, maybe there's a shapeshifter. And I slowly start to get people off my track. Again, if somebody saw you go into an event, you're kind of screwed either way. So this is like last resort kind of stuff. Let's see. There's a few comments that I wasn't able to see. We should definitely play Among Us. I promise I won't kill you. I don't believe that for a second, Bliss. There's a cool app called Rhymer's Block that can help give you rhymes as you write. That's some good advice, Annika. It's a good thing you're on the stream. Among Us genuinely has a lot of gaslighting, trying to fool your friends and then convince them they're the imposter when it's actually you. It's true. I've become a master gaslighter. And I don't necessarily say that with pride, because I was too dedicated to my Among Us streak for a while. Oh gosh, it's been a while since I've played though. We definitely have to do it, though, in honor of Bradley. Probably on his birthday or something. His birthday recently passed, though. Detective Green says the new roles are something else. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the new roles. Like Guardian Angel, what the heck is that? Engineer can use the vents. That defeats the whole purpose of the vents. And then, yeah. And then Shapeshifter, that's just bogus. That's just bogus. Because how can you tell anything? It's just kind of like, it's just become chaotic, so there's no strategy whatsoever. There's strategy if you're an imposter, but if you're a crewmate, there's no way to tell anything. How about the Phantom? Oh, I don't know anything about that. That one also must be new. I've never heard of that one. When did I play Among Us last? The last time I played, it had to have been at a party or something where we were all in the same room. Yeah, probably something like that. But that was so long ago. I don't remember. I haven't played Among Us in so long, bro. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Yeah, it changed quite a bit. They had like a new map come up, the airship. I wasn't a fan. I just didn't get that much time to play on it. You know what I do play more often though? I play Goose Goose Duck a lot more often. Shout out to my Goose Goose Duck friends. Next game night we do an Among Us. We absolutely can. Speaking of, I'm not sure. We do game nights. For those who aren't aware, we do game nights in our Discord community, and we have pretty much voted and decided that game nights will be on Friday night. And so I don't know if that will replace free advice live streams on Friday night or not. Maybe I'll do my free advice live stream first and then the game night. But yeah. Okay, Detective Green has played Goose Goose Duck, but Bliss is wondering, what is Goose Goose Duck? Goose Goose Duck is very different than Duck Duck Goose because somebody has a knife, usually. It's another Among Us-like game, but you're all geese or duck characters, and there's a bunch of roles, so it's not just crewmate and imposter. Pretty much every crewmate role, every like innocent role has some kind of ability as well, and then there's a ton of different imposter roles that also, like murder, duck mafia roles kind of a thing. So the geese are the good guys, but the ducks are the bad guys. My favorite role in that game is the pelican, where you're just a chaotic neutral role, and you just go running around like chomping people in your belly, and then you can hear their voice in your earbud as they're inside your belly. Oh no, not this Friday. I'm going to the Strong College Museum of Play. How did I miss it? It's gonna be at 7 p.m. It probably will be at 7 p.m. I don't know if we're gonna start it this Friday or next Friday. I think we're gonna do another poll in the Discord community to see if we want to do game nights every week or every other week. So we'll see. This is so far the most populated free advice live stream that we've had. So I'm really happy with this. I'm getting a pretty steady flow of comments in the chat, so I'm excited. James, have you ever played Fantage, or Club Penguin? I did play Club Penguin, like twice. A long time ago, before it died. It was really sad. I was like really young. I was really young when Club Penguin was a thing. And I remember loving it and wanting to be more of a part of it. Since Club Penguin, we had Pop Tropica and we have Animal Jam. Pop Tropica is also gone now, though, which is sad. Yeah. I haven't heard of Fantage or Fantage or whatever that is that you're saying. Wait, what time is Arizona? Lol. I know y'all don't observe daylight savings, but I can't remember if you're at the same time as me now. I think the rest of the world just did daylight, or the rest of America at least, just did daylight savings. So Arizona should be at the same time as Idaho if you guys just did daylight savings. Pop Tropica, I did a video of me playing Pop Tropica before it was canceled. But that video, I don't remember why, but I never posted. I think it was just super laggy, and so it didn't work out well. It wouldn't have been a good video. Yeah, let's see. What time is it for me right now? Let me just touch my phone screen awkwardly. Yep, it's 8:15. 8:15 for me. Used to play with your bro, Bliss. That's cool. Yeah, Pop Tropica. That was a fun little... I feel like Pop Tropica... Hear me out. I feel like Pop Tropica was the Fortnite before Fortnite. Because Fortnite is just a pop culture mashup at this point. And that's kind of what Pop Tropica was. A bunch of other old Flash games. You want to talk about nostalgic Flash games? Let's talk about cool math games. Papa's Pizzeria, Run 2. Bliss doesn't know what Fortnite is? Oh, gasp. You spelled Fortnite wrong in the context of the video game, but you spelled Fortnite right in the context of the passage of time. Fireboy and Water Girl, yes, that one was another classic one. I'm trying to think of other ones. This wasn't a cool math game, but Cut the Rope, Subway Surfers, Temple Run. Dang, just going down memory lane. Papa's Freezeriza. Freezeriza? Is that what I just said? The Impossible Game. Ooh, I could not play The Impossible Game. It would enrage me so much. PBS Kids games. Bro, Martha Speaks in her pizza shop. Ho ho! Bro, that was fun. Temple Run. Yeah, that was wild. I never had those games on my own device because I didn't have devices as a kid. So I was the, you got games on your phone kind of kid. Yeah, I played on my friends' tablets. My cousins' tablets, all that stuff. The Dog Wash. Oh, yes, the Dog Wash. The Cartoon Network games or the Barbie website games. I don't remember the Barbie website because I was a dude. I do remember some of the Barbie movies, though. No, I remember one singular Barbie movie, and that's the Barbie Rapunzel movie. Fortnite, for context for you, Bliss, Fortnite is a battle royale game. Up to 100 people drop in a map, and they scavenge for supplies, and you shoot each other up as the storm circle shrinks, and everybody gets pushed closer together until there's one person left. Arthur had some baller games, but I don't know, you didn't watch that show much. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean I didn't watch Arthur that much? Oh, I loved Arthur. DW is the queen of sass. And I loved his friend Buster the rabbit. He was awesome. And I played the Arthur games too. Bro, DW's quest to get water in the kitchen, like moving across the tiles without waking the baby by stepping on a squeaky toy, that freaked the heck out of me. That was so scary. And then what was the other game? Oh yeah, and then Buster meets an alien. There was that game. That was fun. James, have you watched Princess Charm School? It is my utmost favorite Barbie movie. No, like I said, I only ever watched Barbie Rapunzel, where she has a magic paintbrush and she paints her way out of the tower. Let's see, my favorite were Buster's Games. Also, if you guys see my thumb right here, it's because I'm scrolling through the chat. Yep, Buster's Games Remake the Alien, I remember that. You gotta watch Princess Charm School right now. Probably won't, if I'm being honest. Sorry. I mean, I don't even know where I'd find it. Dream On. Dream On. Does Buster have like a dream sequence game? Wow, this is wild. Anyway, it's been 30 minutes. We've been talking about nostalgic shows and games. Is there any advice, any random questions you guys want to throw into the chat? Because that's what I'm here for. That's what we're here for. Because the chat is popping off, I'll stay on for another 30 minutes. We'll do that. Maybe just another 15 minutes. Depends. Depends if you guys got some good questions for me. That'd be cool. Gotta take a breath because I'm talking so much. Note to self, bring water next time. I should have some water next to me right now. I don't right now, but I should get some water for next time. And also, bring my spotlight thing. The light that shines on my face and makes me look not so yellowish. Okay, I'm struggling with patience with some of my students. If you have any advice there. And then Bliss asked, honestly, the best advice I could ask you for is how to deal with anxiety in a public setting. Okay, good questions. Let's talk about patience real quick. Patience with your students. Patience, especially with little people who don't communicate the same as you, can be very difficult. Personally, and I'm going to get a little religious here, I'm not going to get like denominational. I'm just going to talk about all of us being part of creation. So like I believe in God, if nobody picked up on that. But the way that I am patient with people, with if it's children, I think about the fact that like they're still learning, they're still developing. And so I got to be patient with their growth because I know I was just like that when I was younger. But just people in general, especially people who are just antagonistic, just on their own. I have to think about how we're all God's children, and well, at least in my point of view. If you don't believe that, you can at least say that we're all God's creations, or we're all creations of nature, or we're all just life forms. We're all just fleshy meat bags living on this earth. However you want to look at it. Basically, I have no more right to live here and be happy than anyone else does, even if that person is currently miserable with their own life, so they decide to take it out on other people. Whoever it is that you have to find patience with, I would say just remind yourself that they are a person too. They're dealing with things that you have no idea, that you don't know about, and that you probably will never know about. But every person on this earth is their own little universe, right? They have their own little story with ins and outs, complex thoughts and beliefs, and like hardships and trials and things that they love, you know? So I'd say having patience is remembering that we're all trying and that nobody's trying to antagonize you just for the sake of antagonizing you, unless they're that insecure about whatever else is going on in their life. And with that, I find you can be patient with a lot of people that you might not think deserve it. Hear me out. You should make an Among Us cover. You're funny, Detective Green. Because I'm pretty sure you know I already made one. Oh, an Among Us cover. No, I made an Among Us original song. You're right. An Among Us cover. But which Among Us song? Riddle me that, yeah? I agree. Patience is hard, of course, but it's important to be tolerant with people even if they're difficult because we never know what they're going through. Exactly. Now, Bliss, time for your question. How to deal with anxiety. Remember your basic functions. Go to the basics. Breathe. Among Us has songs, fan-made songs on YouTube and such. But yeah, when dealing with anxiety, breathe and focus, ground yourself in the moment, because anxiety often comes on with something that just happened and is now in the past, or something that you're afraid is going to happen and you're worrying about the future, okay? So anxiety comes on in that form. in one of those two forms usually. And if you're anxious in a social setting, it's because you're thinking of like, what if they think this about me, or what if this, or what if. You can't control the what ifs. And so you can obsess over the what ifs if you want, but it's not going to help anything. So the best thing you can do, and it takes practice, it absolutely takes practice, is to focus on what you can control and not what you can't. Not the theoretical, not the hypothetical, but focusing on what you can control in this moment. So sometimes it just takes one step. Just recollect yourself. And sometimes that's the hardest step because it's like getting over that first hurdle. But once you've recollected yourself, once you've grounded yourself, look around, just kind of remind yourself where you are, when and where you are, and remind yourself, okay, this might suck or that might suck, or I might be really anxious about this, but what can I do right now? What is the next best thing that I can do? What's the next step? Just the next one. I don't need to think about 5 steps down the road. Just what should I do next? What now? What do I do now? Just think of that. And if you can't think of anything, breathing's usually a good place to start. So, my brother just entered the room, so I got to give him attention for just a moment. What's up?
We wait for you to do come follow me.
Oh, are the parents home? No. Okay. Would you be willing to wait?
Sure.
Awesome.
Come on, focus.
Okay. We'll meet you guys out there in a bit. Okay, let's see. Honestly, I feel like anxiety affects my physical health a lot. It does. It's true. How do you know if someone has autism? They usually tell me, or it's like a psychiatrist or a doctor that makes that decision. I can't make that diagnosis. What if you just get something out of the sudden that shakes you up and you want to calm down, but your heart is beating fast and you want to throw up, but you can't, so you're trying to shake it off? I think you just described what it feels like when something sudden shakes you up. I think that's just the reality of what happens. I think that makes you human. When your body reacts that way, I think it's fine to have moments where you feel like that. There are going to be moments, like you won't be able to fix every moment that feels awful like that. Those moments are going to come, they're going to happen, and it might feel like you're just going to have a panic attack and die, right? You have to remind if you are in a serious panic mode, it sucks. It sucks to be in a serious panic mode, and sometimes there's nothing to be done, but you can just practice reassuring yourself before a panic attack happens. Not like as you feel it coming on, but just in your day-to-day life, remember that the hard times will pass. So that when you're in the middle of a hard time, like a panic attack, you have already practiced that way of thinking. So practice the way of thinking that the hard times will pass. They suck when they happen, but they do pass. So, if no one told you how can you figure out if someone has autism? I don't know how I would figure out if someone has autism. Honestly, I don't really categorize people by that. There's so many friends that I have that I found out have autism after knowing them for so long, and I just had no idea. It doesn't change how I look at people and certain people, and it doesn't change how I interact with them usually. And maybe it should, but that's just my experience. Bliss, you start crying and your mom, like, you can't cry and bad stuff happens. I would like to amend that. Because some people will say you shouldn't cry when bad stuff happens. You should just, be a grown-up and deal with it. There is a mix of both. There's a balance of both. You can't just sit on the ground and cry and expect it to go away or expect somebody else to solve your problem. However, you should allow yourself a moment to cry. Stop letting people tell you that it's bad to cry. Like, it's bad. If that's the case, then it's bad to fart. It's bad to release any other liquid or gaseous material from your body. Crying is a natural, normal thing when your brain sends sensors to your bodies, or your body sends like messages to your brain saying ouch pain or ouch pain, like in here, right? Whatever it is that's making you cry, Bluey said it best. Well, Bluey's mom said it best. When life gets you down, you do a checklist. First, have yourself a little cry. First thing, let yourself cry. Let yourself get it out. Because if you don't, it's going to get out eventually. And the longer you hold it in, the worse it'll eventually come out. It's kind of like as you go through your day, you have this little water balloon. And with every experience that you have, everything that happens adds a drop of water into your water balloon. And those are your emotions. Your emotions slowly fill the water balloon up. If you don't release it from time to time, it will eventually swell bigger and bigger until finally it just bursts. And then it's a huge mess, and it's an explosion. You can't deal with that. So you have yourself a little cry. Allow yourself some time to cry. Compose yourself. And you can tell yourself, okay, I'm crying right now. I need to stop crying to deal with this, but I will let myself cry later. After I'm done with this, then I'm going to go home and I'm going to have a little bit of a cry. It doesn't have to be the first step, but like if you need to put your big girl pants on and finish something right away, like if you need to just deal with it, remind yourself, I'm going to deal with this right now. I'm going to do this first, and then afterwards I will give myself time to cry. Do that. Do both. Okay. Let's see. What do you think of a furry, and are you a furry? Great question. Give me just a moment because I have another brother who just walked in the room. What's up?
Inside Out 2.
I did reference Inside Out a little bit. Yeah.
When he said that.
Okay. What do you think of a furry, and are you a furry? Annika said, "Lol, James is very much a furry, but we love him for it." Wow, just outed me there. Bliss, did you know James hasn't heard of sweater weather? He hasn't heard of what? The furry thing. Okay, so, true fact. By public definition, I am a furry. And, what I define as a furry is somebody who is part of, like, the anthropomorphic animal culture. I draw furry characters, you could say, and I write stories with furry characters. If you guys haven't heard of my character Pandora, well, there you go. But I don't dress up. Don't know if I ever would. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. I know some people have it. Some people, like, it's like a lifestyle thing for them. It's not for me. It's just like a hobby that I think is cool. It's a niche. It's a community. Drawing them doesn't make you a furry. I beg to differ. People take furry out of context a lot. I will agree with that. Pandora, my love. Yes, Annika's one of Pandora's biggest fans. Zach and Pan. No spoilers, guys. Remember, thank you for the love, but just don't spoil. You guys aren't spoiling. I'm just saying, careful not to spoil. Just don't say anything in the chat that would spoil anything. Yeah, I just realized half of the people watching the video. No, Bliss, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You said Zach and Pan, and that's not a spoiler. I was just saying, oh, careful, make sure we don't spoil anything. But please, fan out about the book. I mean, it is like, ooh. Like that just means the world to me when you guys are fanning out, fangirling or fanboying about my book. It's awesome. And I love my beta readers. I'm a #1 Zandora shipper. Appreciate it a lot. And Bliss loves Autumn. Yes, Bliss has to catch up on the most recent chapters, I'm pretty sure. Actually, Bliss and Annika both told me to be Zach for Halloween. I'm actually going to make the post tomorrow about what I was for Halloween. Any other pieces of advice you guys have? Or even just, this could be a Q&A, so questions you guys have, it can be about the book, if you guys want. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the costume. Bliss did get a picture, early access, because she begged for it. Okay, how old are your brothers? My brothers are 20, 18, and 13. How are you so good at riddles? I don't know if I have an answer for that. I love riddles. If you guys have riddles for me, please throw them in the chat, and I would love to solve them. I would love to solve them live on video. That would be so cool. But I love big thinkers. I love thinkers. Yeah, Detective Green is good at giving riddles. When is that video coming out? The video about the riddles? Did I say I was going to make a video about the riddles? I don't remember. I said I was going to make a video about something and I asked permission, but I actually forgot what it was. Sorry. Who's your favorite Percy Jackson character? Great question. Leo Valdez. Only found in the Heroes of Olympus. I love him to death, though. It was that, yeah. I need to actually like record the chats. I need to actually like screen record, scrolling or screenshot, whatever I decide to do, the chats, and just kind of read out what was said for the riddles. Ah, looks like we got a bunch of Leo Valdez fans. I did a video, one of my Percy Jackson shorts. I impersonate Leo just with hot stuff written on my biceps. You have to plan to come down to New York City or Rochester. I want to meet you. It would be so fun to do karaoke. Heck yeah, it would be fun to do karaoke. I had a huge crush on Percy and Leo. I did not, but, you know, I liked Piper and I liked Annabeth. I even liked Hazel, yeah. Actually, just if she breathed, I pretty much liked her in the Percy Jackson series. Oh, it's been 45 minutes. This has been a good stream. We got about 15 minutes left. This will be good. Any other pieces of advice while we're here? Let's see. My friends used to call me Piper before when I used to RP. Role-playing is so much fun. Love role-playing. I don't get to do it that often. Detective Green, James, who are you playing? I understand that that's a reference to an inside joke now, but I'm pretty sure I'm playing William Afton. If you know, you know. Anyway. Ooh, that's a disgusting shadow. You can see my arm over my face. We should roleplay again. I love roleplaying a lot, not gonna lie. We're actually thinking of opening some roleplay channels on the Discord community, on the Discord server. So for anybody who's watching this that's not on the Discord community, what are you doing? You gotta get on there, because we're doing a bunch of stuff. Singular Jame takes me out. Yep, that's also that's an inside joke. I need to add that to the quote book channel in our Discord server. He is one Singular Jame. Yep. Give us a room tour. I see something on your wall. There is something on my wall. The wall's broken right there. I'm just kidding, it's not broken. It's a little soccer ball bursting through the wall. It's flat. It's flat. But yeah, I can't do a room tour because it's not just my room. I share a room with two of my brothers, so it's not all my stuff to share, and it's still an absolutely unpacked mess. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. It's a fiery soccer ball. It's a fiery soccer ball. Oh, wait, why don't we just do impressions requests while I'm here on the stream? I was going to say, did you punch your wall? Yeah, right there. Just like that. It's cool though. Me and my brother used to share a room. What was the weirdest thing anyone ever said or sent to you? There was this guy in high school. We were in the locker room getting ready for PE. Again, half naked because we're in the locker room. And he was like, James, has anyone ever told you that you're kind of cute? Huh? So it was the gayest thing ever. No homophobia here. I'm just saying that, like, I'm not gay. So that was really weird. And I've known this guy since he was, like, picking boogers out of his nose. So it was whack. Do Mickey Mouse. Well, you have to tell me what to say in Mickey Mouse's voice. Yeah, see, if a girl says, oh, you're so cute to another girl, totally fine. If a guy says you're kind of cute to another guy, then everybody's like, it's like that Joker meme where he's like, girls kiss other girls, and no one bats an eye. But I kiss my homies goodnight, and society calls me gay. Yeah, that's that's exactly the vibe. That's exactly what it is. That's the situation. It's real. And that was the day James realized he wasn't straight. Yeah, it's true. I got a little bit of gay in me. Say, hi, it's me, Mickey. Would you be my Minnie? It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I can say both of those. Hi, it's me, Mickey. Would you be my Minnie? It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. My voice is a little dead, so it's like kind of there. Oh, thank you, Bliss. You seem really impressed by my impressions. Impressed by my impressions. Why do those words kind of go together? Are those words related? I'm having like an English crisis right now. Annika wants me to do Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time. Once again, you have to tell me what to say. You have to tell me what to say. It's the voice you want me to do and what you want me to do with the voice. Yeah, that's how impressions requests work. Maybe I should just do streams where it's impressions requests. Do you think that would do well? Huh, maybe that would do well. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Have you ever written a song before? And if so, what advice can you give when it comes to composing music? Yes, I have written a song before and I don't know how to do it. Ha! Okay, real quick. I have to do the Rumpelstiltskin impression. All magic comes with a price, dearie. Oh, dearie. It's been a while. I haven't seen it in a while. I have to watch it again because I think that voice is not quite there. In a goofy voice, say, Green never felt true fear until I told him a riddle. Okay, I have a higher voice. Goofy is not in my range. But because we're on stream and we're just messing around, I can attempt it. Green never felt true fear until I told him a riddle. That's really hard because it's so deep. That was me going off of one Goofy quote from the newer shorts where he's like, I go to Potato Land every night in my dreams. And so weird. Doesn't sound like the classic Goofy, but that's just United States, Canada. I can't do Goofy. I have to practice a lot. Oh, thank you. You guys enjoyed it. Appreciate it. Let's see. Somebody asked, have I ever written a song before? So I've written a few songs. There's one song that I've written. There are two songs that I've written that are out, like, on the internet for people to see. Okay? One has gotten me, like, an odd niche is what I was looking for. Or click. An odd niche of followers that I never expected to be a part of the community. But Detective Green knows what I'm talking about. It's my Among Us song. It was called No Place to Hide. It definitely needs to be remade if I ever get around to it. Because I am just flat. I'm flat the whole time. But that's okay. Because back then I didn't know. There's an original version, and then there was a remastered version. I've had people tell me that they like the remastered version. I've had people tell me that they prefer the original. Once my confidence gets up high enough, I think I would do like a third final version after like learning. And I would keep those up just so I can see my progress. Because I've grown since then, right? So I would keep those up so I can see my progress. Let's see. Gosh, I'm like trying to catch up with the chat. There's another song that I wrote for Christmas. And it is hidden in one of my videos. Because it's not a video that says, new Christmas song. It is a What Do You Want for Christmas video. The second one. Version 2 from last year. And I preferred the first version of that video that I did. I would think I'm going to do it again this year, but I think I'm going to do it better. But somebody requested a song about holiday spirit. And so I wrote one. And it was, It has potential, but it definitely needs some work. Okay, let's see. Oh, and then there was one other song that I wrote when I was tiny. There's a few other songs that I've written, but they're just in my notebooks. Lost in my boxes. Never to be found again, probably. I have a general vague idea of what they sound like here. And I have tons of ideas for songs in my head. I just need to learn how to compose music. So if you're asking me for advice on how to compose music, the best advice I can give you is referrals of other people to go talk to. Watch YouTube videos. Watch AJR streams about them breaking down their songs. Because those are super interesting. Okay. I love your impressions. What's your favorite Disney song? Ooh, my favorite Disney song. Nearly impossible. But I will tell you my favorite Disney movie is Zootopia. And I have a favorite version of the song Try Everything by Shakira. It's specifically the version by Nate Wants to Battle. One word, Nate Wants to Battle. If you don't know who he is, you should definitely look him up. But look up his version of Try Everything. Oh, that is my favorite version to listen to. I do like it more than the original. Still love the original, don't get me wrong. But there are a lot of Disney songs I really like. There's a few Disney songs where it's like, if somebody even just mumbles the words, then I will break out in song and I won't stop until I finished it. The first one that comes to mind is I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan. So there's that one. Let's see. Annika, have you ever played Dress to Impress? Well, that's not a question for me. You already know that I haven't played that game. I have not, but I've seen stuff. I need to see. I might need help in my composing class. I need to compose music for a film scene. I choose Alice in Wonderland, the rabbit hole scene, to plan out how I want to compose the melody, but I don't know what to do for it right now. I'll be stalking your channel tonight. I've always wanted to write a Christmas song, but I don't know. I don't even know how to make an upbeat song. All my songs are depressing. The melody or the lyrics. POV ads, no one can beat this level. That's so true, Detective Green. I'm just catching up on the chat right now. Completely unrelated, but this has been super fun. I feel like I'm hanging out with friends while I have not gotten to do in a while. You are so cool. Annika, you are among friends, and I think you'll enjoy being in the Discord community too, because you just recently joined. It definitely feels like a group of friends, even if we're not in person. Love that song. Yes, okay, I caught up with the chat. Woohoo, finally. My hand is really hurting from holding this camera. Okay, so we got about 5 minutes left, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I will answer one more advice question. So, I will answer one more question in the chat. Bliss put one more question in the chat right before I said that. So she asked, do you have a plushie with you? At the moment, no. But I do have a bag of plushies. And they're in the garage right now with all my other unpacked stuff. So I'll give you guys a minute to put your questions, any last questions you have in the chat, and I will answer as much as I'm going to answer more than one. I'm going to answer as many as I can. So you have 30 seconds to put all the questions you have for the end of the stream in the chat, and I will blitz around the last 2.5 minutes of the live stream to answer as many questions as I can. I want to see your plushies. Plushie tour later. Yes, I will absolutely do a plushie tour at some point. 30 seconds. Yeah, you have 20 seconds. You have 10 seconds now to get your last questions in the chat. Detective Green already has a question. Bliss already has a question. All right, I'm going to start answering them. Okay, time's up, but go ahead and put more questions in if you want. Okay, Detective Green asked, what Disney song do you hate? Pretty much anything from Wish. Pretty much anything from Wish. And most of the songs from Turning Red. Don't like that. Just a lot of the new stuff is kind of not great. The best place you have ever visited, the coolest place I've ever visited would have to be Disneyland or Disney World. Nope, sorry. Those come second. Those come third, actually. Third. The second best place I've ever visited. Whoops, there goes my camera. The second best place I've ever visited was Puerto Peñasco. It was a wonderful beach resort that I went to with my family. It was the best beach vacation ever. My brother who's sitting in the room just gasped because he's like, oh, I remember that. Yeah, it was so cool. How do you make your covers? I get a backing track and I record my voice. I want to stray away from backing tracks because if I just use the instrumental from the original song, then I can't monetize it. It's technically not my own original cover. So I want to start learning how to do instrumentals myself. So I'm going to start doing songs on the piano and singing with it, which will be my own original covers. Have you ever watched K-drama? Is that Korean drama? Because no, I have not. You should try Bulldog Noodles. Katie handles spice well. I do handle spice well, and I love spice. I have consistently eaten the ghost pepper items at Wendy's, which is not the same as eating just a ghost pepper, but I do enjoy the spice. Also, when do you think you can record for a collab? Because I want to finish it, but I want your lines first. Thought I already did. Thought I was waiting on you. So I'm going to check in on that again. I dare you to try Bulldog Noodles. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The red or black flavor. Okay, I will look that up. Maybe I'll do a video testing that out. We'll do another food react because those have always been fun. Can you be a Spice King for a day? Don't know what that means, but I dig it. Gonna be a Spice King for a day. I was literally quoting to somebody earlier today the whole meme where it's like, I'm at Burger King with my Burger Queen, and it's like, blasphemy! It is prophesied that the Burger King shall marry the Dairy Queen. By the way, I totally want to make an extended version of that because I have so many other
Like let's go to a Pizza Hut hosted by both Papa's John's and Murphy. Like that'd be so cool. Wait, you said you wanted to redo your lines. If you don't want, you can just get mine done soon. Then we can be done with the mix. Yes, absolutely. We have 5 more seconds to the stream. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Eat your banana pancakes. Have a wonderful night. I love you all.